Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman?
Here.
Mr. Mattern?
Here.
Dr. Scarpone? Present. Fiscal Officer Ms. Morrison? Present. Solicitor Mr. Lynn?
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrello?
Present.
Administrator Mr. Kasegi?
Present.
Mr. DeStefano?
Here.
Mr. Spence?
Here.
And Mrs. Dameron?
Here.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, council, we would need a motion to pass the minutes from our last meeting, January 2nd, 2025.
So moved. Second.
The date on them are wrong.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
All right, is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right. Moving along.
Hey, the date on the regular council meeting minutes?
I know it's incorrect.
Okay.
We'll have it fixed. Go ahead, Mr. Lynn, about our ordinances and resolutions.
I have a copy of an ordinance that we'll be passing at next meeting, or if you pass it, it'll be brought forward next meeting. It has something I need to change in it, and essentially I need to change the emergency clause to reflect this ordinance. But this is an ordinance to rezone a piece of property at 713 Fernwood Road. It's owned by a partnership group known as CMC Partners. They attended a planning commission meeting, and the planning commission unanimously recommended a change. So I will pass this out to you guys after the meeting. You can take a look at it, and then we'll pass it at next meeting. We'll put it up for a vote next meeting. Excuse me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lynn. Announcements. Village offices will be closed Monday, January 20th, 2025, in observance of Martin Luther King Day. Also that day, we have our new president, Mr. Donald Trump, being sworn in, and the Fighting Irish will be winning their next national championship that night. So, a lot going on that day. Can't wait. Moving on from announcements, we will go to reports and communications. Mr. Lockhart is not here tonight. Charlene?
I thought that was funny what you said. I like the Ohio State, but
She's a Buckeye fan, too.
Dave's going to beat them.
Oh, see, thank you, Charlie. I knew I liked you for a reason. See, there you go.
Good evening, Mayor, all council members. The latest for SVRTA is ridership has increased by 6.2% compared to the previous year. Okay. Plans to elevate a new dispatch system for paratransit bookings and record keepings are underway. Financial report. Mr. Turner presented the financial report for November 2024. This was earlier. He approved the financial report for November 2024. Cross Creek Township. There was a discussion about the confusion surrounding the transit service survey and the demographics project. Ms. Hogue expressed concerns that BHJ was not assisting the SVRTA as expected. A meeting with Mr. Early, EM Media, will be set up to clarify responsibilities and proceed with the project. Adams Street property. Silver and Environmental Consultants will send letters to neighboring property owners within 300 feet of the well monitoring drill sites regarding potential well water uses and to set up inspections if needed. Bus wash invitation to bid. Several inquiries were received regarding Still Valley's building blueprints regarding the wash bay, which were provided to all bid requesters. It was discovered that the old bus wash lacked a reclaim system and a new one will be required. Fuel Master. Chuck Stevens contacted Fuel Tech about repairs to fix broken wires, address water issues, and ensure functionality for the annual inspection on Still Valley's fuel system. A long-term replacement for the system may be necessary. Let me see. The FY 2023 audit was filed and an invoice was received. They were supposed to have a meeting tomorrow up in Columbus, Ohio, concerning the transit development plan coming up, but they canceled it due to the weather. With all that, that's what's going on up to date right now for Still Valley.
Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you.
All right, on to the mayor's report. I don't have a whole lot. Just want to bring up snow removal real quick. Everyone's been helping out. We send 4 trucks out at a time if nothing's broken down. Our administrator, Jesse, has been helping out a lot. It's appreciated, Jesse. Everyone try to please be a little bit patient instead of going to the internet complaining about roads and all that. Just call one of us if somebody missed something. It gets done a lot quicker and efficiently if you just call us rather than thinking everyone's sitting on Facebook while we're out trying to plow roads. So just call here. We're doing a good job. Our guys are doing a good job. If you have complaints, take them somewhere else because we don't really have time for all the complaining when roads are being done efficiently, and we are also watching how we spend money. I don't have much else because the council president took all my notes tonight and he wanted to talk a lot, so I'm going to turn it over to our administrator for his report.
All right, thank you, Mayor. All right, regarding Ferda, Morrow, and Chapel Hill Road, we are moving into where the final plat of the survey is going to be sent to the village. In November, I sent a letter out to every resident on those 3 roads with a copy of the draft of the plat of the road when we take over. Well, when the road's dedicated to Wintersville, we're not buying the road. We're just going to have it dedicated, and we're going to maintain it. Because those 3 roads, well, Ferda and Morrow is horrible. We got to completely redo those roads since they were privately owned. I talked with James Faust from Ward and Elmer this week. He's going to send out the plat, and from what I gather, that plat will come up to the village, and we will contact each homeowner to have them come up and sign it, or we could take it down to their house. And then once that's done, it will go to the planning commission. Once they okay that, we'll come to a council meeting and we can dedicate the road. And that will give me the opportunity to legally apply for funding for those roads, because Ferda and Morrow are going to need completely redone from the ground up. Seeing how that, I believe those subdivisions were in prior to the 80s, may look into like a water line replacement as well, but we're going to see how we're going to do this. But it's taken some time, a couple years, but we're getting it done. And that they're very patient and they're very happy, and we do appreciate it. For water and sewer, we're going to be sending Supervisor Teddy Chewich to get his wastewater 1 license starting in February. That class is 1 night a week at Steubenville, at their public utilities building. They'll be going on for 3 months. So he will have his license, or his water 1 license, hopefully just after 3 months. Regarding the meters, we sent out letters 2 weeks ago to around 94 people that had meters that needed to be scheduled. We got a lot of calls back. We're getting probably 3 to 4 people a day scheduled right now, which is good to get their meters put in. So we got Austin, Benny, Teddy. I went yesterday. Kenny Donnelly. We're all chipping in to get these meters put in. And then I was supposed to have a meeting with Fort Steuben Maintenance and yesterday, and Jimmy Jenkins from Steubenville to have some help to get, if we get to the point where we got to start shutting water off. If it's 3 degrees out, we're not going to shut water off. That's just going to cause a major issue. But hopefully we don't get there. Hopefully we can get everything scheduled because, like I said, people are calling in. It's getting done. It's getting done a lot quicker than I thought. The holdup is when you get a new water system, a new meter system, a new computer system, a new billing system, they all got to read and talk to each other. So it's coming along. The girls are actually going to come in tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to get bills printed out because nobody's got their bills this week, and there's people been calling. It's only because we're trying to get these new bills, the new billing system, so your bill's going to look a little bit different, so we can get those sent out to people, but people are coming in paying. It's fine. Nobody's going to get penalized this month, so don't worry about it. We're at the cusp of getting this all done, and they've been working long hours to get it done, so that's coming along. Once all that's done, once the meters are reading the computer's reading the meters, the billing system is uploading, then we can do the online payment. We're not going to implement the online payment and then all the bills be wrong. That's just going to be a catastrophe, so we're not doing that. But we are getting there, but I promise you. I believe that's all I had. We talked about the plowing the roads. All the policy and procedure, it's done. He's going to do the final cut on it and send it out, and then we can pass it and then go on from there. But I do meet that company once a month. We talk about things. They're a lot of knowledge and a lot of things they've done over the past year with them. It helped me out, so I do appreciate that. So that's all I really have right now. If anybody has questions.
Jesse, last meeting I thought I asked for a list of who we still had left on the installs.
Yes.
You able just to email that
Yes.
to me? I'm fine with that.
I will do that.
Yeah, and just a comment on the snow removal. Listen, these guys work hard on out there, and some of this has to do with timing. Sometimes that snow just hits at the wrong time, and you're trying to get guys together. So some of this is just timing. We do appreciate your, appreciation that these guys are doing their job. It just might be the timing of the snow or the equipment might be stalled out a little bit. We have the same thing at work, Some things you just don't fire up for a month and it works. So it does take a little bit of time. But have patience and understand these guys are doing the best they can with what they have. And we're there for the public safety. So just appreciate that from everybody out there.
Jesse, I have a question regarding the water. Are we still going to be at a minimum 3,000 gallons?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not changing. Everything's going to be 3,000. We're not changing anything.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You didn't have the answer.
All right, moving on. We move on to unfinished business.
Do we ever get that rate from the aggregate? I gotta
No,
ask.
we did not yet. All right, moving on to new business. I know you're itching, go ahead.
No,
Yeah, you
Go
have to send a
ahead.
word.
Go ahead, I know you got a lot, so
it's the new year. Go
I'm
Buckeyes.
being quiet.
I wanted to make some changes to the rules of council. If council agrees to it, to be more transparent with the public, we have gone from transfers that are on our agenda. We don't do that anymore. We have ordinances to pass whenever we move money. So I was hoping that we could remove transfers from our agenda and also add each committee should have at least one meeting per year to let everybody know what their process is, or if they have anything in the pipeline for the rest of council to know. That would be on the top of the third page. The second page has Rule 5, standing committees. And then the next page, that's where that would be implemented. And then down below that, Rule 6 is the order of business, where I'd like to remove transfers, since ordinances is taking that place.
Do we need separate,
Any comments?
do we need separate motions for that, or just one to change the council rules?
I would say if you can pass this one motion, if everybody's going to agree to pass both of them. If you want to split them up so you can have the ability to vote one at a time, you can do it. You can do it that way. It's up to you. If you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah. I have a question. This was brought up before when we were on Finance Committee about notes and documentation from the committee meetings. I don't know that, I mean, I'm sure that we all take our own notes, but is there any actual documentation of the minutes from those committee meetings?
What's being recorded up here,
Okay.
whenever we have a committee meeting.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you know, circumstances occur, we don't know what's going on. If we aren't able to make it, I just wonder if there was anything documented, like we have this of our minutes from our last meeting, we can read to know what occurred. I didn't know if there was anything like that from the actual, because we started to do it with finance, and then when things got moved, I don't know if it ever got continued.
I don't know, is that something that Tammy would do, transcribe the minutes?
Yeah,
She can.
Yeah, she does. She does the, like the finance, she'll transcribe those, and planning commission and all that, yes.
Are they accessible? Where are they accessible at?
I believe she, I think in my office, and, yeah, whenever they're, just ask me and I can give them to you.
Okay.
And then they're recorded as well, so, yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay.
Actually, I was doing it to where I was also recorded on my laptop, because it come out a lot clearer, so.
Okay, because we had discussed it before when we were talking about minutes and documentation with this, and I knew he was recording it, so I wanted to check.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I got a question, Randy. So I understand the transfer part, no problem, Mayor. Are you saying each committee should meet once a year just to open it to the public and say, you know, is there anything you got, or just have one meeting a year with no agenda, or just?
Minimum.
Yeah, just to go over the processes, you know, of the committee, that's about it. Not the, I mean, all committee meetings are open to the public.
Right.
But just something to, hey, we've been thinking about this, or this is the process we go to take care of this. Just something to bring council, you know, up to date on what's going on, because we've had a bunch of, what do we got? 1, 2, 6, 8 committees?
8.
And some of them haven't even met. So I think it'd be a good idea just to get together and throw around some ideas once a year.
Keep in mind, they are open to the public, but the public
Right.
does not have the privilege to speak at these meetings unless you guys allow them to. Just keep that in mind.
Right.
Well, basically what these are saying is because we have 8 committees, but mostly we only read on 2.
No,
Park and
I
Rec,
get what
yeah.
he's saying.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
want you guys to be aware. It's not like they're going to
Park and
come
Rec's
here
and finance.
and start speaking on
Yeah, you're right.
subjects
100%.
to you guys.
Yep.
And that's a minimum of 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you want to pass that
Separately?
as probably separately, and do you want ordinances to, and also just to bring up quickly, we do need to add into the council rules before you pass them, the ordinance that you guys passed last year mandating attendance.
Yeah.
And we need to start, now that we're in a new year, we need to start if somebody misses a meeting, following that ordinance. The state, if somebody's not here, then the next meeting they have to, explain why and get, to become, to make it.
So you want to have
meeting.
3 ordinances?
So I think you want, well, we already have, the one's already done.
Okay.
And we just need to add that into the rules, because that's already done.
All
We
right.
could do 2 ordinances for these 2 and pass them at the next meeting. For one, if I'm understanding, you just want to remove the I'm not so sure that would be, is that in the council rules? It says we have to have the
Yeah, it's part of the agenda.
Yeah, so we'll remove that. We can do one ordinance removing that, and then another ordinance that's going to add a requirement that all council committees must meet once per year.
Once a year.
At least once a
To
year.
discuss, just, that's all. I'm not going to put what they have to discuss, just must meet once per year. And then when they have that meeting, unless you want me to put it in something more specific.
No, that's fine. Just because you don't know what they're going to meet about.
Right, and do you want me, like, some of these, like annexation, like, I'm not sure we need to have that one meet. Do you want them to meet? I don't know what they.
Every one of them's going to meet once a year.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know if some of these were, yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what we might annex.
Right, okay, it's true.
So you want a motion for each one?
If you just want to make a motion for me to write those ordinances, then you guys can pass them next time and have your discussion about whether or not what you want to do with them then.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion for the Solicitor Jake Lynn to submit 2 ordinances. One ordinance is to remove the word transfers from the agenda, and another ordinance for each committee to meet a minimum of once per year.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone? Yay. Mr. Stefano? Mr. Spence?
Yay?
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Still under new business, so. Floor is yours, sir.
We talked about village properties that were for sale last year. This orange book has all the village properties in it, and I spoke to Jesse about it. It's in his office. He's going to try and make up a map of the village boundaries and just highlight in red each little portion, because it's kind of hard to figure out which each one is in this book, because it's only one picture. So we're going to try and expand on that and put it in a map, and it's easier to read. If you want to look at it, this will be in Jesse's office.
I also was inquiring on that. There's some property we actually own in Cross Creek, Wintersville does. There's several parcels. So it's just not Wintersville. They have property that they own in Cross Creek Township too.
That's all.
Anybody else for new business? The only thing I have is a reminder for Finance Committee, try to look at your schedules. We need to schedule another finance meeting to go over the debt schedule. Anybody else got anything?
You want to try to set up a date for that now while we're here?
No, it's up to you guys.
It's ready to go, so whenever.
Who's finance?
Penny's chair.
She's scrolling now.
Finance. Penny, Carmen, and Randy.
She's on the spot.
Carmen threw it right on the spot.
While you're here, might as well meet for a date. You can come, you can.
Monday? This coming Monday?
The 20th?
I'm good. Yeah.
No,
No,
college
I
football.
want to do
Oh,
Monday.
wait, sorry. It's the Martin
Why?
Luther King Day. Sorry.
And Martin Luther King Day.
It's not.
Just
it's not the
realized
games
I'm
Martin
looking at
Luther King Day.
basketball.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, bud.
Hey, I'm not on the committee.
Well, then. '27th.
no,
27th?
I'm fine with
yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Is that
Good? You ready?
good?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
27th, 6 o'clock.
Yep. Good.
Yep, I'll be there.
Want to group any other meeting in with that to get one out of the way?
Annex. No, I'm just messing.
Saying.
All right. Anybody?
No, nothing. Never mind.
Anybody else got anything for new business? All right. Obviously, no transfers. That'll be hopefully the last time I have to say that. Need a motion to pay the bills.
I have a question on two of them. On the second page, it's a remodeling solutions fencing for $3,600.
Yes. That's for the sewer plant. That was for,
That was the one where the tree fell on it.
yeah, he did probably 150 feet of fence replacement upgrades that was just sitting there rotting away for years. So he started in the spring, got it done, then was met with a tree. So we got our guys cut the tree down, had to tighten up some of the fences because a lot of that was not commercial grade fencing. So he replaced it with commercial grade. That's a security issue right there. So he spent probably, I don't know, that was just that point. He probably spent a total of like probably 4 or 5 days in the summer just getting that fence fixed. Because he fixed the sewer plant, Walnut Park. He fixed, he's going to put the fence in at our gas pump, put a couple ballards in through town on fire hydrants. And I think he was down on Garden Drive, or it might have been there, but yeah, he's been fixing fence for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And one more, there was a one for $362.72 for a tire rotation.
That was, where,
That's police department.
Yes.
that was,
They had like a couple cars with tire rotations.
So it was more than one car.
It wasn't just one vehicle.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it was, that was an oil change. I believe they got serviced.
Okay.
So it was, yeah, it was more than that.
Thank you.
I got one. The postmaster, Steubenville postage meter, what is that, the way the envelopes?
Yeah, that's what, yep, that's all the how they sent the bulk mail out for bills every month from
And
yours.
the last one is the First National Bank commercial credit card, $2,289.
Yes.
What's that?
We have one credit card in the village because there used to be two. So our credit card through the village, I have one, Rachel has one, the chief has one, and the captain has one, all through First National Bank, which saves us money because they just pull it directly, and that's what we use. We use no other credit cards. All those other ones have been shut down.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Make a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
OH.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano. Mr. Spence.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
This meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be Thursday, February 6, 2025 at 7 p.m. after Notre Dame wins the national championship. Thank you.